Hi, so today we're looking at the 2016 past paper, IGCSE Business, trying to get exam tips for the 10-mark question. We will plan the answer, look at the mark scheme. I will give you an opportunity to test your knowledge, 15-minute task, and then we will once again look at the mark scheme. So the question 2016 was, James, the manager of this hotel, knows that some of the staff they will employ will require training. Now you have to decide, is option 1 the best, provide in-house training, which is on the job, or option 2, off-the-job training, which they call off-site. So I'm going to select option 1, in-house training, and I'm going to reject option 2, off-site training. So a plan for this question might look something like this. Again, no knowledge marks, no AO1, so don't define, don't waste your time. Go straight into the question and answer, I chose in-house training because it has these advantages for James. Make a point, explain and apply for AO3, make another point, explain and apply to James. And just before you finish your first paragraph, get a little bit of AO4 and say, however, a problem with in-house training is that it's not very professional. This means that, and that will get you some AO4. So that paragraph, nice and chunky, lots of connectives, should get you 5 marks. Your second paragraph, I did not choose option 2, off-site training, because problems with this were AO2, explain and apply, that'll get you AO3, do that again, and get your AO2 and your AO3. And then just to finish that paragraph, however, an advantage of off-site training would be that it's more professional, and this means that, and that will get you AO4. 2 good paragraphs should do it, no conclusion required, because you're getting your AO4 in these 2 paragraphs. Now, a quick plan. It's always good to plan your answer. Some advantages for in-house training I identified as it's being cheaper for James. James can accustom it to his workplace environment in the hotel. Also, you're able to actually produce output, so it's a little bit more efficient and cost effective. This means that, etc., etc. However, with in-house training, if you make any mistakes while you're training your colleague, this may cause customer dissatisfaction. Imagine an example would be if you're booking people in, reserving people into their room, you have your colleagues making mistakes, this will be unsatisfactory customer service. So that's a big problem with in-house training for James. Your second paragraph, I did not choose off-site training because it's more expensive, it's not exactly tailored to the hotel needs, some disadvantages. However, off-site training tends to be more professional, you can maybe gain higher skills, and you would avoid making mistakes in real time. Okay. Now in the exam, allow yourself 20 minutes for this question. Give yourself 2 minutes to plan the answer. Don't waste time defining in-house training is, because there's no AO1 marks. 2 paragraphs should do it, sorry. Lots of connectives, because therefore this means, however, those connectives will ensure you're giving depth to your answer, which will give you AO3, AO4 analysis and evaluation. Looking at the mark scheme, so if you chose in-house training, this method is cheaper for the hotel, that will get your AO2. The staff would be trained in ways that are particular to the hotel, which means that they will learn everything relevant to the hotel, which will help James be more cost effective in his training. So that's nice, AO2, AO3. Possible problems with off-site training. The mark scheme identifies it could cause family issues with regard to childcare. Other problems with off-site training. Whereas if they make a mistake in a hotel, it could cause problems and be more expensive. That's with in-house training. But with off-the-job training, staff trained by a company can gain qualifications. That's an advantage, which could be used in the future recognition. That's an advantage. AO4, training uses this method does not hinder the progress of the staff at the hotel, as the hotel continues running with the staff and no interruptions or delays. So those are all either advantages or disadvantages of off-site training. The major disadvantage with off-site training is it's more costly. You have to take staff away from the hotel, which may cause interruptions and delays. But with your 2 paragraphs, 5 marks explaining the advantage of on-the-job training, and then you get 5 marks for rejecting off-site training. Now, tips from the examiner in terms of the mark scheme were: make sure you leave yourself sufficient time to answer the question. Lots of students are not giving themselves a really good chance to get good marks here. Bullet points will not get you AO3, AO4, so you need to have depth in your answer for those top marks. But overall, he's just emphasizing that give yourself time, and if you're using extra paper, do indicate where you've written that so that the marker will know. Okay, now pause the video in a moment and give yourself a chance to answer the question. And you're going to choose external training, so give some advantages of that, and you're going to reject in-house training. So it's the opposite of what I've done. Follow the plan, pause the video, give yourself 20 minutes, and then we'll go back to the mark scheme. Good luck. Okay, so 20 minutes hopefully. The mark scheme for that, so we were choosing external training. So advantages of external training would have been, it's more expensive, but as they play the training in the staff would therefore have to travel. These are all disadvantages of off-site training. However, staff trained in this way are trained by qualified trainers, so there's no problem if you make a mistake. Whereas if they make a mistake in the hotel, it could cause problems, and that can be expensive for James. So there's your advantages of in-house. So you get hopefully you get the gist. Have a look through the mark scheme, pause the video, and see if the points that you made would have got you marks in the exam. Okay, to wrap up, if you need further help, here is where you can reach me. I'm an examiner for the Edexcel IGCSE business paper, so send me a model answer that you've tried. I'll give you some feedback. On the website there's lots of resources, and the blog you'll find lots of case studies. So good luck, and see you later.